Hello, cinema friends. Welcome to another edition of Cinesundry. I'm your host, Markus Seabery, and today we're going to be reviewing King Richard. Now, before we get into our review of King Richard, let me remind you of our rating system. There it is. Now, if it's just the best, most amazing film you've seen all year or in quite a while, it's going to get that top rating of our tour. If it's pretty good, past promise, but doesn't quite deliver on the initial premise, it's going to get that middle rating of middling. And if it's just a terrible, trash, horrible film that probably shouldn't have been made, it's going to get that bottom rating of heck. So now that you know our ratings, let's get into the rundown. King Richard is about the rise of the Williams sisters. A story we all know and love, how they rose from the depths of the inner city, Compton, to become champions and darlings of the tennis world. But it's told from the point of view of the man who orchestrated that rise, King Richard, aka Richard Williams. And now let's get into the script and acting. The script is good, straightforward. The dialogue seems natural. I like the fact that the script focused on key points in the Williams sisters' history. You know, it doesn't try to cover every minute detail. I believe it struck the broad points. And as for acting, it's a very, very solid cast. First up, we have Will Smith as Richard Williams. It's a great performance. You see the nuances of Richard Williams. You see his just abnormal faith and determination in his plan to make his girls tennis superstars. You see his determination in spite of everyone telling him that he's crazy about it, crazy for thinking this. And you see the negative side of him. You see that sometimes he's stubborn. Sometimes he wasn't the nicest guy. Sometimes he was even mean to his girls. And Will Smith tried to bring in those character traits and things about Richard Williams. You know, you see the broken English. You see him walking different. I thought it was a great performance by Will, and it was very impressive. And we also have Anjanou Ellis as Oracene Brandy Williams. Now, you've seen her in the HBO series Lovecraft Country. You've seen her as Dr. Maddie Moss Clark in Lifetime, the Clark Sisters movie. And she gives a great performance in this. She's warm, tough when she needs to be. You really see her as kind and supportive to all of her children, including Venus and Serena. And you see that she's the only person willing to stand up to Richard and tell him he's wrong when he's out of control. And next we have Jon Bernthal. Now, you may have seen him on the early seasons of Walking Dead, and he was the lead in the Netflix Marvel series The Punisher. He's Richard Macy. He is the coach that brings Venus and Serena up to the pro level. And he's kind and knowledgeable, and he seems to be the good cop to Richard Williams' bad cop. And next we have Sanaya Sydney. She plays Venus. You also may have seen her in Fast Color with Google and Baccarat. A natural actor, she comes off realistic, kind, a kid, but still with an adult-like focus. And she does a great job. And we also have Demi Singleton as Serena Williams. And she also is a natural performer. You know, another kid with that focus, and also you see that desire to prove herself and to step out of Venus's shadow. And now let's talk about the director's technique. The director is named Ronaldo Green, and this is his third feature film. He's also directed some TV. Thought he did a good job. I love the way he contrasted both worlds that the Williams family found themselves in, the inner city gritty realness of Compton contrasted with the fancy country clubs that they would play tennis at. And I also liked how he just really captured that, It just really made it come alive. I was impressed by it. I thought it was a solid effort. And let's talk about sentiment and rating. Okay, my sentiment when I left this film was just joy, satisfaction. It is a literal story about a dream come true. It is one of the best rags to riches stories most people have ever heard, and you finally get to see a movie about it. It's a great underdog story. You see Richard Williams with his 78-page plan and his fierce determination and refusal to give up in spite of all the odds, even when everybody's calling him crazy. And you see it manifest, you see it come true. It's a great story, and for that reason, I'm going to give it a rating of auteur. It's the ultimate feel-good story, people. And who doesn't want to feel good sometimes when they watch the movie? Now, it's been in the theaters for a while, and it's slowly moving to theaters, and by the time this video comes out, it will be off of HBO Max. But I strongly encourage you to watch this via rental or streaming services when it becomes available. And that's going to do it for this episode of Cinesundry. I've been your host, Markus Seabery. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And take a little time. Treat yourself to a movie. See you next time.